Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. On October 21st, the universe is resetting your scales with a new moon in Libra. So in this video, we are going to be taking a look at this week ahead, that is October 20th to the 26th, where there is indeed a new moon in Libra on the 21st. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate. Drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Libra. New moon in your sign. So your energy here is front and center. But you know, new moons are always a great time for fresh starts. And I think for this period of time in particular, I think people are going to be taking a look at, like, how can I achieve balance within myself? How can I achieve balance within my partnerships? Where can I find harmony in those things? And also, some of you may be looking at, like, what is fair, what is unfair around this time as well in your situation, as this is a new moon in your sign, Libra. So let's go ahead and let's get everything set up here and in view. All right. Looking good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You do have the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles, Libra, it does indicate potentially that right now, some of you are feeling a little bit reticent. You're feeling a little bit you don't feel like taking risks, okay? You're feeling a little bit conservative in the way that you are maybe handling your money or in your risk-taking. This person is afraid of losing their pentacles, right? So with the Four of Pentacles, it may indicate that you are holding on to something right now. Some of you may be saving up for something. I see this card come forward when you're saving up for a rainy day, or you're maybe saving funds to make a purchase like down the line. Maybe such as a home or a bigger purchase, you know, like a vehicle or whatever, something like along those lines. So we'll see how that kind of plays into the rest of this reading. So some of you may be holding on to something here. And actually, I like taking a quick look at the overview here, I like the cards that you've pulled. These cards seem to be pretty solid, and I do have to say that the readings this week have been really, really positive, okay? So, and I would say yours is no different. But I think some of you are feeling really inspired. I see the Wands cards here are sticking out to me a lot in this reading, even though we only have 1, 2, 3, which are pretty significant. But they're really sticking out to me, and I think all of the red as well in the cards are really sticking out to me. And I'm thinking about this idea of like fire as I look at the red, this idea of like passion and inspiration and maybe starting something that you're really interested in. You've got one of your favorite cards, or sorry, one of my favorite cards here, which is the Ace of Wands. And we'll talk about that, but that's definitely a card you want to see on a new moon for sure. So let's go ahead and dive in. Right away in the middle, you do have the Ten of Wands. Something may feel a little bit challenging right now, okay? You may be a little bit overburdened with work, okay? Some of you may be looking to strike a balance, a work-life balance right now. At this time, this person is working very, very hard. They're carrying the wands uphill. And this may also suggest that there is something in your work life that is coming to a close. Okay, some of you may be pumping the brakes on something in either your business, if you own a business, or in your career. Some of you may be taking a step back as I look at that Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands and doing a little bit of like readjusting or creating balance right now at this time. That would not surprise me. Some of you are lightening the load here a little bit, and I would say that the ultimate goal for doing that is because you have an idea. Like you have an idea that you want to set in motion. You have something new that you want to start here around this time. At least that idea is sort of simmering right now for you. And whether you start it this week or in the following weeks, I feel like if you are doing a little bit of a pullback on something, taking a little bit of a pause on something, it's because you have this other idea or something else that you want to put attention to right now. Okay, that's what I feel. And it's possible that there's something in your work life that's causing a little bit of an energetic drain right now for you. okay? In the first column, you have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So 9 into 10 of Wands is very interesting. Everything I said about that 10 of Wands holds, but what's interesting is when you get the 9 and the 10s together, the 9 and the 10 of Wands together, this can be a progression of events. And if you look at the 9 into the 10 of Wands, this person here is thinking about giving up, okay? But they're very close to completing something, all right? And the 10 of Wands would suggest that you've not given up and you have gone through and completed something. You have crossed the finish line, so to speak. So this is usually a good sign when you get the 9 into the 10 of Wands, all right? So I like this. And I think that for some people here, you know what, for a while it may have felt like you were in the trenches a little bit, like something has felt pretty hard, okay, with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, okay? But you realize that it's in that moment when things are getting challenging that you really progress. You know, you really, really progress. And it's in those moments where you can really build skills and you can really build resilience. And I think that some of you are maybe benefiting from that kind of action or that behavior, so to speak, where you haven't given up, you've stuck to something, and you're now seeing the sort of fruits of your labor here around this time. With that, the Six of Swords represents transitions. I do think that some of you are making a career transition at this time. I don't think you're going to stop working, okay? Could it mean that some of you are ready for retirement? Yes, because I know that I have a variety of ages that, you know, watch my channel. So it's possible that some of you are getting ready for retirement and you're maybe ready to transition into that phase of your situation. I would say that scenario here looks pretty decent for you with the Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords. You've definitely earned your time. You've earned your time for sure. And you're maybe thinking, if you're in that scenario, because this won't be for everyone, but if you're in that scenario, you're really thinking like, okay, you know, are my accounts going to last, you know, till, you know, for 20 more years? As you look at that Four of Pentacles, you know, do I have enough in 401k or Roth or whatever it is? You know, is my Social Security gonna, you know, you may be thinking about those sort of financial things because of the Four of Pentacles there. For everyone else, I think in the majority of you, I think you're making a career transition and you're probably not stopping work, okay, because of that 10 of Wands, but you're making a switch, okay? And I think it's because you're really, really excited about this other thing that's going on here, okay? And with the Wheel of Fortune, you're striking a balance here. You're getting lucky, okay? You're getting a bit lucky in this. Wheel of Fortune can say that fortune, you know, is in your favor at this time. You know, luck is in your favor at this time. Things are working out for you. This is a card of destiny. And some of you may feel like this transition you have to make or this switch or this change that you have to make is destined in for whatever reason or in whatever way. Yeah. Now, in the middle here, you have the King of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Strength card. Okay, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the Strength card. And again, this Strength card is the Leo card. So there's like a lot of fire here, okay, that is showing up for you. I really feel like you have lit something within you, and that fire is burning like really, really hot right now. And you can kind of see the end game in this switch or in this transition that you're making. I don't see a lot of love messages here, just FYI. This feels very much like career-related stuff, okay? Yeah. In relationships, some of you here with the King of Cups are really listening at this time to like what your intuition is telling you, how you feel internally about a relationship. Is something hard in the relationship? You know, do you have to set boundaries with Strength here, which is a card of bravery and doing hard things and, you know, being able to handle hard things, you know? So those things might be occurring in relationships, but I think the majority of you are here for other stuff, for career stuff based on this reading. And with that, the King of Cups also, it talks about you connecting with a dream that you may have, you know. This is you know, kings in the tarot represent leadership, or they can. and they can connect to leadership in some way. And the King of Cups is someone who leads from the heart space, you know? This is an emotional leader. This is somebody who's heart-based, and they lead from that part of themselves, you know? And some of you may connect with that here. Even the Strength card, you know, this is about having courage to do something challenging, I think, with the Ten of Wands. And I think that this transition here that you're making in career is not exactly easy, but it's absolutely something that you are capable of doing. And I think in your heart of hearts, you know that this is a path that you want to be taking. And let me tell you, on a new moon in your sign Libra, what an amazing time to take a risk. Take it for what it is, right? This is a tarot reading, so please, you have to do your own due diligence and all of that. But what an incredible time to do something, new here. Especially, I think that you've already been sort of gearing up to it. Like I said, the fire is already lit within you, it feels like. In the final column, you have the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ace of Wands here, I just can't, I can't stop looking at it. It's really popping off the table to me. And maybe my favorite card in the tarot, this is the spark of life, okay? This is initiation in the tarot. This is, perfect for businesses, starting a business, starting a side hustle, really, really getting fired up and excited about something new in your life. When you see an Ace of Wands, it's usually it's usually a fun time. And wands do also connect to business and career, right? So it can be an exciting and fun time generally, but certainly in business and career areas, there may be new developments as well in those areas as you have that Ace of Wands. So with that, it seems like you have a talent or a skill or an ability here that you've been making progress on or towards with the Eight of Pentacles, and you're now able to kind of receive liftoff on something, okay? With the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Eight of Pentacles is a major card of talent, maybe one of the biggest cards of talent in the tarot. And this represents dedication as well, dedication to a task or just dedication generally in your life. So this card even comes forward with promotions in life. And I would say that some of you may be primed for a promotion scenario here because of the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. And, if that is you, it's clear with the Nine and the Ten of Wands, you've worked hard, okay? And your hard work is really, really paying off. Somebody's noticed how hard you're working in your job or in your career, and this is coming forward to pay off in a certain way here for you around this time. The Page of Pentacles, I've already kind of spoken about it, but it can be any offer, right? Offer maybe that's connected to money, also connected to learning as well. This is the academic of the tarot, the Page of Pentacles. I have a feeling that I'm talking to some lifelong learners here, okay? You always love to learn something, okay? You're always researching and learning something, and you're doing that in order to build your skill base, okay? And this could really, really pay off for you here. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at moving into the clarifications portion of this reading. We'll start off by pulling some oracle cards for you, and then we'll also pull some tarot cards. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Energy on the bottom. You have Don't Stop, which makes a ton of sense, okay? With that Ten of Wands, that Nine of Wands here, don't stop. If you feel really, really, really inspired here with that Ace of Wands to start something, like I said, perfect opportunity, new moon in your sign, let's go, Libra. Now, you have perfect timing and choose a new direction. Wow, I don't think I've had more on-point oracle cards in a while, okay? Literally, everything I'm saying here is coming forward in these oracle cards. Perfect timing and choose a new direction, which I see here. You're making this career transition. And yeah, it seems like the cards are supporting you in that. The universe is supporting you in that. You'll get lucky here. It seems like with the Wheel of Fortune, like you can't control luck, but the universe wants to bless you with a little bit of destiny, a little bit of luck as you take this hard step to change something or to move in a new direction. You have improving health, it's up to you, and let go. Improving health, it's up to you, and let go. Okay. that's the thing. Ultimately, this "it's up to you" card is, I think, also very pertinent to this reading because, like, at the end of the day, the universe can support you. The universe can maybe provide you with a path or a container, but it's up to you ultimately on what to do. If you don't make any changes, nothing will change. Okay, like nothing will change for you. So. Ultimately it's going to be like, are you ready for this? Which, some of you are maybe even deciding on. And with the Four of Pentacles and let go, it does seem like there's releasing here in career, okay? With transition, the Six of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Pentacles, there's some releasing that's happening and it's opening something up for you here. So let's see what else we have. Let's get some more details on this, Libra. Love to see this, love to see this. I'm also a Libra. So we'll go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Now, Libra, do appreciate you being here. Do really appreciate you spending your time with me. I do hope things are going well for you. If the Strength card, Eight of Swords, and the Magician. Okay, so the Magician here is somebody who is really, this is another high skill card. So you've got two skill cards, like two big skill cards with the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles. I think that you can take your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities, and make something of it, Like, and I'm sure you already have, I'm sure you already do that, but there's like another opportunity here connected to that with the Wheel of Fortune. It feels destined for you. Okay, there's something that you're also manifesting. And I think that based on this reading, you are manifesting, I will say, in the proper way. Okay, what I mean by that is you can really see it, you can feel it, you can smell it, you can touch it. Like, you really, in a positive way, are manifesting something. And so what you will get is a positive outcome, right? You're not manifesting something negative in your life. Okay, with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, this is destined for you. So yeah, this is a perfect energy for you on your new moon in Libra. You then here have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, change is very difficult. Change is very difficult. And with that Eight of Swords, it's like you might feel like you might be like missing out on something, or you may make the wrong step. Like, the Eight of Swords is about restriction, okay? And so some of you may feel like, well, if I do this, then I'll lose X, Y, or Z, and I'm not sure if this is going to work out. Like, you may feel a little bit bottled up or restricted in that, like, thought process around this change, okay? And I think that that's like a totally normal thing. And I think us Libras, maybe we have a tendency to go deeper into that thought process than other signs, where we're always looking at A and B and making pros and cons lists. Like, we might be going deeper into that, but I think this is like a totally normal thing, especially when you're going through a change here in career. You have Strength, which is coming in again, and I do think that you've been doing something hard here for a while, and you've continued doing it, and you know what? You haven't backed down from the challenge. You have the Temperance card, Page of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay. Universe definitely wants to bless you with an offer or invitation, okay? Double pages, and it may feel like it's finally arriving, okay, here, because the Ten of Wands is a completion. For me, like, the Ten of Wands means you've been through a long journey up to this point, and here's the offer. Could this be a romantic offer? It could, with the Page of Cups, but it feels like more so we've been talking about dreams and destiny. It's probably connected to that, okay? Here you have the Chariot, 7 into 8, which is amazing. So you've got strong guidance here around the Strength card coming in twice, and now you've got this Chariot card, which is really close to the Strength card. And this is a card of victory and success and going forward with something. I do see that some of you are There's something connected to like health here. It says improving health and temperance card. This improving health oracle card and the temperance card. You remember, I'm not a doctor, but it is showing up in the tarot card. Some of you are taking really good care of yourself, okay? Because you may have been nursing an injury or an illness for some time. Temperance card is usually a very good sign for health situations, you know? Like maybe you'll find the cure or you'll find the right doctor. You'll find the problem, you know, in some way, the right medicine. These sorts of things can happen with the temperance card. But it's also an energy of balance, which is a perfect card for this new moon in Libra, right? Libra is all about achieving or striking balance in life, you know? And the temperance card may also suggest moderation. So some of you are, like, you're toning something back here a little bit. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, you're toning something back, you're pulling something back here with that Four of Pentacles, the temperance card. And again, it's in pursuit of another thing, okay? You have Two of Swords, you have Ace of Pentacles, wow, and the Knight of Cups. Wow, so the Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands, I mean, from my perspective, this is on its way. Like, you are starting this new thing, you are phasing out. There might be a little bit of mental gymnastics that you're playing, okay, between now and the new start actually starting. You might be playing some mental gymnastics here because of the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, right? Both of these cards indicate or include blindfolds, okay, on the card, meaning that like you're really having a hard time right now seeing the true path, right, in this case. Two of Swords, it is about like maybe even facing a difficult choice or making a difficult decision. In your life. And this may be between two offers, by the way. You may have two offers going on here, or you may have optionality at this time. And it's like, man, there's some really like back and forth mentally that is going on here. But in the end, with double aces, ace clarifying an ace, like you're going to initiate the new thing, okay? You are here. And I would say for singles, there is someone interested in you with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This person might be like career or work related, okay? Now, does that mean that they are a colleague? No, it doesn't have to be. This could be somebody who is in the same field as you. This could be somebody you meet at a conference. You know, these things might be connected in some way, but there is somebody that is interested in you here. I would say Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. That's possible if you're single. Let's see what else we have here on the bottom. You have the King of Swords. That's very much a Libra energy, okay? So here you are on the bottom again, and there's a little bit of a letting go here. There's some releasing. I think you'll feel better, like, mentally, okay, with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords as you let go of something, okay? And I'm getting this kind of message of, like, trusting in the unknown here, okay? Like, the story that I have told many times is, you know, I used to be a web developer, Libra. I don't know if you know that, but I left my web development job, my comfy, cozy web development job, because it just wasn't working for me. Like, it just, I don't know, it wasn't working for me, and I literally had no idea what I was going to do. Literally no idea, you know? And ended up just, I owned like an Etsy shop where I sold like tarot cards and I sold like, you know, metaphysical items. I was really already reading tarot cards for clients like that I knew locally. And I was like, you know what, why don't I just throw some tarot readings on YouTube? And yeah, now I have two YouTube channels. I have a tarot channel and a travel channel. And, you know, you never know. I had to trust in the unknown a little bit. So I feel like some of you here are like in a situation like that. You have imprisonment, pathway, change, message of concern, thoughts, and distant horizons. So you have really nice cards here as well. Imprisonment, it's just this Eight of Swords. Okay, it's the Eight of Swords and the imprisonment card. Like these things are like this, the same message. Okay, you feel like mentally like you're having a hard time deciding, or there's some mental gymnastics going on that's kind of leaving you feeling a little restricted right now. And this is maybe even connected to one of these offers with message of concern here, especially with the thoughts card, okay? There's a lot going on in the mind right now for you here, Libra. around this scenario. And I think it's because you don't exactly have the answer. Okay, you don't have the answer right now. But the change is here, and you know that with the change card. This may even involve a move for some people, but I think just broadly, this change card is connecting to a transition in career, right? And it's just that you don't have the answers. Interestingly enough, Distant Horizons may suggest 1 to 3 months, and the Pathway card may suggest 3 to 6 months. So these cards have time values on them, according to the author of this deck. And these are both good cards. Like the Distant Horizon says, good things ahead for you, the future is bright. Pathway is your dharma, it's the path you're supposed to be on. So all in all, this looks incredibly positive for you. You do have official person on the bottom. Like I said, I think there are some offers here available. So thank you so much for being here, Libra. Enjoy this new moon in your sign. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will certainly be talking to you again soon.